Good evening. Hello. Where do I go? Where are we going?
KEANU Reeves, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Hi. What? 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 You guys are awesome. What? Obrigado.
Vamos lá, vamos lá, vamos lá. 3, 2, 1.
What? You are breathtaking. What? That's crazy.
Obrigada,
Oh my
gente.
God.
Vocês são foda pra
Okay.
caralho.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Man,
Is a Jedi now?
Lightsaber?
Yes, it is.
it's not functional.
It's a lightsaber.
It's not functional.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Man, I mean, we're about to complete 10 years doing CCXP. We never had anything like this before.
Oh man, this is amazing. Wow.
It's because of you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
What's happening?
What's up?
What's happening? How's it going? What's
What you
up?
doing?
What's up? My name is Marcelo. This is Mariana.
Hi, man.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Marcelo.
It's amazing to have you here.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure. We have fans from Speed. We have fans for Bill and Ted. We have fans for Constantine.
Thank you. I love Constantine.
We have fans for The Matrix.
Matrix. Wow, you got the holy shotgun.
Yeah.
What? You got the Constantine holy shotgun. That's rad.
And of course, we have fans of John Wick as well.
John Wick. Yeah, thank you.
She has a dog named after John Wick ali. See that?
Oh, yeah.
It
Hey.
has even a picture of it. She has a picture of her dog. It's amazing.
Yeah, aw. John Wick the dog. Aw, that's cool. That's cool. What, you got Lego? You got some Lego.
Cool, man.
So what's happening? What are we doing?
Let's have a chat, man. Right? We are like friends, pals, and you know. I'm kidding. I'm just a little bit nervous, you know, because you're awesome, awesome, really.
I believe you are here to also, not being awesome, but to promote John Wick as well.
Yeah.
You're doing the 4th movie, and I mean, there's horses right now. And they're still fighting, but also horses. How do you do a movie that's like action-packed with horses? And I'm just talking horses because the trailer is insane. What is it like, this experience of being John Wick after 4 movies and being able to play it again?
Yeah, I love John Wick. I love the character. It's an extraordinary role. I get to do so many crazy things, you know, whether it's be on a horse or have a knife fight that's like a snowball fight. But it's the world of John Wick that I think separates it as well, right? It's just a lot of fun. It's just like, what's gonna happen? I have no idea, but it's cool, you know?
Nice. And how bombastic are the action scenes this time around? Okay. Só um pouquinho, gente. How bombastic are the action scenes this time around? And do you think that they are more or less over the top than the previous films?
What's over the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more action in
Yeah.
this film than any of the...
Even more action, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Yeah, I mean, the director has a vision to try and make them interesting. Like, we have a great fight in the middle of a street in front of the Arc de Triomphe. We have, we go back on the horses, there's some driving, there's some nunchucks, there's some swords, there's some bow and arrow. I mean, it's, you know, not typical, but like crazy John Wick stuff.
Was easier, harder, or the same kind of dangerousness, I think?
Was it what?
Harder or easier?
Yeah.
Or
No. John Wick 4 is the hardest movie I've ever made.
Okay.
In terms of action,
Yeah.
it's the hardest film I've ever made. But that's what makes it good.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
After quite some time, you became like specialized in martial arts. You've even directed your actual martial arts movie. Do you see yourself as a director going forward? I believe that you're still trying to pursue it, right?
Yeah. You know, I hope so. I mean, I hope so. I'd love to direct again. It's just finding that story, you know. The Kung Fu movie I made, Man of Tai Chi, I helped develop the script. And I have to find that kind of situation again, something that comes from this crazy head and this heart that turns into a story that I have to tell. And I haven't found it yet.
All right. And after the third movie, John Wick is kind of a situation that's pretty dramatic. And what can we expect for the next chapter? I mean, in terms of upping the game and also telling the story of John Wick.
I mean, how do I explain this? Yeah, I mean, it's the director's ambition. Everybody wants us to get bigger and like more and crazier, and we do. But how do I explain that? You really have to see it. I mean, I would just say that the action sequences are longer, they're more involved, they're more complex. But at the same time, the energy of a John Wick fight scene is what's key, and that's everywhere, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much action and seeing a movie in movement as pure as possible. I love John Wick too, because in that moment when Buster Keaton shows up in the wall in the beginning of the movie, I say, well, these guys, they get it. They get it. What was it like to be an actor in an action movie? I mean, Buster Keaton was an action star back then.
And such an innovator. He was really innovating cinema and action and the technology of the camera and what you could do, you know. The famous example is just, you know, like him standing there in the house falling down, right, the front of the house, and he's, you know, hanging from the clock. We really, the ballet, the movement of John Wick, you know, I think is beautiful. It's like bodies in motion and collisions, but underneath it is this kind of fight for freedom, this fight for peace, this, you know, trying to live, you know.
Definitely. You and Lawrence go way back, obviously, right? And have you guys kept up in any way between the Matrix years and the John Wick years? Like, you're friends?
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne is, I've told him this, he's a mentor of mine. You know, I look up to him as an artist and as a man.
Yeah.
And he's a little older than I am, so I look to him for some wisdom.
And do you guys have any inside jokes between?
Any what?
Inside jokes, you know?
Oh, inside jokes?
Yeah.
No.
No, and if I had, I wouldn't tell you, right?
You mentioned ballet before, and of course there's ballerina and Hotel Continental, and this mythology of John Wick seems to be spreading and growing. And I think there's like a spin-off is going on right now, is going to happen. Do you know if it's set before John Wick 4 or after? When is that?
Yeah, so the film Ballerina that Anna de Armas stars in and being directed by Len Wiseman, it's already started filming and it takes place between John Wick Chapter 3 and John Wick Chapter 4.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
About those things you were saying about the martial arts and the dancing stuff, there's been some pretty impressive videos around the internet of you training for these movies. Did you learn any new trick?
Did I learn any what?
New trick, you know, like either with the guns or maybe the martial arts. Did you learn something new?
The nunchucks were new.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks, which is like a chain with two
Yeah.
pieces of
It's
wood.
a dangerous one, right? Because you
Yeah.
can hurt yourself if you don't.
Yeah, so that was new. And then it was just getting to a higher level. You know, it's like in martial arts, it's like levels and more understanding. So it was more kind of just, I know more in movie fighting than I used to, and I got to do all of it. And some new judo, a lot of new throws.
We are trying to rehearse. We spent the day rehearsing the beat. You are breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent the day rehearsing. You are breathtaking. Before we did this.
We wanted to impress you, you know, so
That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I was there, you know.
pretty amazing.
And some guy.
That was pretty amazing. Yeah.
And of course, this came after you did Cyberpunk 2077, and worked with the video. You work in this video game, and it seems really exciting for you. How was that experience for you? Because I believe there's a John Wick game that's being developed right now. What is it like?
Yeah, the people at CD Projekt Red were awesome. Really inventive, cool creators. I thought the game was really great, and it was honored to play Johnny Silverhand. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. He's a fun character. He's a bit of an asshole, but he's got a good heart.
Listen, it's not your first time in Brazil, right? It's not your first time in Brazil. So do you have any relationship with the Brazilian culture or anything that we have that you like most or something like this? You can't say caipirinha, okay?
No,
I'm kidding.
I think, I don't know, what I'm learning is like even just this experience of seeing the love of storytelling, of games, of movies, of dressing up, of using your imagination, of camaraderie, you know, of being together, you know, is something very powerful. And as a storyteller, it's really cool to sit amongst you, because it's like, it's really cool to be here. Yeah, and this is your first year back after a couple of years, right?
Yes.
So it's nice to see you all. Nice to be together. And that's
This
cool.
is a very big, very important event because of those years that we had to stay at home. So yes, we were missing all of this, and we're definitely more emotional, you know, this year because of all that happened a couple of years ago. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe people don't realize it, but John Wick is really important in this moment right now in Hollywood, because some stunt doubles became directors, like Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, and now suddenly Hollywood is like looking at action movies again from a choreography perspective and the importance of doing this right. I mean, do you see John Wick as important as this?
Yeah, I mean, I could see, even like the director, the Chris Hemsworth movies, Sam Hargrave, right? He got to do a film. J.J. Perry, he just made that film with Netflix. Day Shift. Did you see that? I don't know if anyone saw that, but yeah. So yeah, the stunt people are getting chances to direct, and I think a lot of that comes from the tree that Chad Stahelski and David Leitch planted. You know, yeah.
And some years before that, you were able to work with Yuen Woo-ping, who was the choreographer in The Matrix. And I think that people don't usually know that, but he's a big filmmaker in Hong Kong.
He's amazing.
Yeah. And
Yeah, Fist of Legend, Tai Chi Master, 1 and 2.
And it was amazing because you connected basically Hollywood with Hong Kong. And
That's the Wachowskis.
it's a little stretch.
It's the Wachowskis did that.
Okay, but do
But
you
I
see,
got to be in their story. So yeah.
but do you see yourself like a big ambassador for movies and for movies for around the world, action movies? Do you see yourself as some sort of ambassador for action movies?
I don't know. I feel like I made a documentary about film and digital filmmaking called Side by Side in 2012. I grew up watching movies and loving movies. I started acting when I was 16. And I love movies. I love the cinema. I love going to the movies. I love the big screen and big sound. I love the excitement that you feel of like going with some friends to go see a movie that you're stoked about. Like when a Quentin Tarantino movie comes out, I'm like, yeah, man, we're going to the movies. It's like, you want that experience. And so I don't think of my ambassadorship in that way. I would just say that I love movies, I love action films, but I love cinema. I love making movies, I love being a part of it, I love watching them, and I really love watching them on the big screen.
And we love you, right?
All right, I'm out of here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Cadê o sósia aí pra mostrar o rosto?
Thank you.
We have a doppelganger right there. Your doppelganger.
A doppelganger.
Can you see it? Your doppelganger right there?
What?
Doppelganger, you know?
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Can we take a picture?
All right.
Could you come over here, please,
What?
for some pictures?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you. No, you're in the middle. Really? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Really.
Thank you, Sao Paulo.
KEANU Reeves!
CCXP 22.
Thank you. KEANU Reeves, galera! Muito barulho, KEANU Reeves. Ai, gente, muito obrigada por tudo. Pessoal de casa, obrigada pela audiência, obrigada por ficarem aqui com a gente. Obrigada por nos acompanharem o dia inteiro. A gente amou muito. Hoje foi o maior dia de live, né, Hessel?
Obrigado. Valeu. Obrigado. Vamos sair tranquilo.
Saiam com calma. Muito obrigada a todo mundo.
Melhor dia da minha vida, bicho.
Esse dia foi